No, it's all good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to record on my end as well. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, clap, and then we'll do a clap sync. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, clap. And then...
Why'd you say clap and then clap?
Fuck you! Why don't you go, nice dick, dude? Anyway,
nice dick, dude.
That's not gonna go in because no one has content. Or would it be funnier if we did and didn't explain it? Who knows? This show is pure fucking chaos.
Oh yeah, it's already toxic.
I mean, you gotta set the bar real low so that people who do stick around, they might notice, wow, this is plateaued as early as anything could plateau, or it could get like marginally better and be like, hey, they really pulled in for the clutch at the end there. Boom, instant favorite. So, welcome everyone to MONOCHROMIE Homies. I already fucked up the title.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, nice dick, dude.
nice dick, dude.
Yeah, I was struggling to come up with like a title for whatever the fuck this is, and I just something about MONOCHROMIE Homies really it really stuck out to me. I thought that was wholesome. And that was something you came up with just on the spot after a call you and I had with one biodegradable.
Yeah.
I don't talk about the really talented Adobe Premiere video editor who's available to hire now. I mean,
this video is sponsored by
biodegradable. No, but I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the idea of something falling apart organically over time.
Sick, dude. Nice, dude.
Oh, this is ass. We're going to title this Pilot.
Pilot?
Because most things I've listened to that just have, like, Pilot, like, no one expects or demands anything. You just turn it on and it's like, oh, so this is fucking happening to my ears right now. And if they happen to like whatever happens, they'll keep listening.
Essentially. Is it stupid that immediately the first thing I thought of when you said pilot was, like, a plane and not, like, a pilot of an episode?
Maybe a little bit because you work in media, but like
I know, that's worse. I've worked in Viacom for 5 years. First thing I think of when I hear pilot is a fucking plane.
Wow, airplane go burr.
Like, Cold, where's the pilot we asked for? Dude, I don't fucking know any airports.
Yeah,
like,
I don't fucking fly.
Why do you have all these model planes on your desk?
Well, why did you fucking hire me if there was some kind of disconnect between what we thought we were doing? This is, what, year 2, and you're only now asking me why I
thought it was just a quirky thing you did.
So, for those of you wondering what this even is, basically it boils down to sometimes me and K here, K period with a crown over the top, we go on these fucking diatribes that make us laugh. Half the time he's like, tired or stoned off his ass, one or the other.
Sure.
And I'm either jacked on caffeine or having a brewski like I am right now. And we live in the same time zone, so it's not like it really matters what we do or when we do it, because we're on the same cycle. We're synchronized like two menstruating women.
Yeah.
This is a chronicle of some dumb shit that we said in this moment. Because God knows there isn't enough of that on the internet.
Might as well just flood the market. It's fine.
Let's change the title entirely. Welcome to Floodcast.
Floodcast. Ooh, I like that. It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, and then if there's ever like a national emergency or natural disaster, they'll be like, maybe Floodcast can tell us what to do.
Everything is hindsight, though, because everyone has died. It was like,
oh yeah,
this
true.
is what
It's
you
not
should have
live.
done.
Like we just market it like it's a live cast. It's like, maybe they'll give us some crucial information. Yeah, thanks for listening to this. Our editor is gonna go in and clean it up. Wait, what? This wasn't live? This was recorded in 2019?
At first, when you were talking about the time zones.
Yes, go ahead.
I don't know why again. My brain just said, not that word. I heard like time period. I was like, yeah. Like, I'm from 2020. He's from the 18th century.
I'm noticing a pattern tonight. No, this is good stuff. This is a good basis to work off of. Have you ever just like heard a thing and then thought something else? Yeah, me all the time. I can't remember any of them. That's a bad topic. We can't make the episode about that.
Very valid, because like, yeah. But I also can't remember any of that. I just know it happened.
Oh boy. I'm sipping on some Rollin' Rock right now. What are you up to? What's going into your mouth?
I am baked. New Jersey just legalized. I am chilling.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it's legalized for recreational use now.
Wow. Man, that's so interesting that we should just, like, talk about the election. That just seems like a really good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I see how they correlate.
Obviously, the election just means weed, as far as I know. There might be, like, some outlying information that I don't have yet, so...
Yeah, I don't know. I think just it's to vote if weed runs the country. I think that's what... That's the gist of it, I believe.
So, now that it's legal, what you're telling me is you've been waiting this entire time for it to be legalized before you tried it. How was your first experience with weed this evening?
It feels like I've done it before. There you go.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
It's like a deja vu, but with like
sick. That's how hard I'm tripping that I already lived this life.
Is Tommy Chong's face on the packet?
Yes.
Nice. Nice. Now, can you also see Tommy Chong's face, like, just in your own vision?
I can't see anything. Everything's gone dark.
Shit. Well, good thing we're doing an oral fucking medium tonight, because you don't need that other shit.
Sick, dude.
Oh, man. Do you... Well, I guess what we could do is, like, I don't know, fucking introduce ourselves in, like, really vanilla, basic bitch ways. And how you and I even know each other. That could be somewhere to start.
We know each other? No.
Do we?
I just answered this Discord call.
Yeah, I'm also drinking for the first time tonight. And I think I'm getting a similar kick to what you're getting from your weed gas.
My devil's lettuce.
Yeah, your wacky tobacco.
Yeah.
Your green Mario.
I like that one, actually. Even though that's definitely not what they call it.
I think that's just Luigi.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Because I'm so ruined by, like, American lexicon that I can't hear anything with green in it without immediately thinking doobies.
Green Mario.
In case it isn't obvious, I've never smoked weed before, so we have that.
Yeah, no, weed's awesome.
hot take.
Controversial take.
So, speaking of weed, we met in Cali. And, yeah, you and I kick around with video editing, which may or may not include clientele of a British know-it-all nature, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we were kind of chill before that. Cold, I dare say.
Okay, I gotta go.
All right, so we thank you all for listening to this first episode of the MONOCHROMIE Homies. Be sure to donate to our Patreon that isn't set up yet. Probably never will be. This is ass.
Here's a gun cock and blows in the background. You thought I was leaving the Discord? No, Earth.
Damn. Well, good luck leaving anything you can't see.
Oh, shit, you're right.
You're going to trip over your own legs on the way out of the room,
start
idiot.
Slamming my head against my keyboard. Because I at least know that's in front of me.
Right. And, like, 2 fleshlights and an amiibo of Isabel.
Dude, are you stalking me?
I am.
Oh, shit.
I've tapped into your webcam. I've activated it without turning on the notice
That's what
light.
that is, because I never had a webcam.
Did you notice the Morse code light pattern I'm sending your way?
Oh, so that's what's been triggering my epilepsy?
Oh, I'm why you're blind right now.
Yeah,
it has nothing to
go.
do with your weed. All right, I'm glad we cleared that up. If you're blind, it has nothing to do with your marijuana. It has everything to do with your asshole Filipino friend who blinded you with your own technology.
I thought you were just gonna end it there. Like, it has something to do with your asshole. I'm like, how do they correlate?
Look, man, different portions of your feet send signals to the rest of your body. So if you massage or injure parts of them, it affects, like, other parts of you.
Just imagine going to a doctor like, Doc, I'm losing my vision. Something must be wrong with your asshole then.
We have to check stat.
News reports flood in that all the gay people are becoming blind.
Hey, you might not know this, but some hetero couples are into the butt stuff.
That's true.
So,
but
anyway, speaking of butt stuff, we were talking about how we met.
that could be taken 2 different ways.
Yeah, we slept in the same SpongeBob room.
Yeah, definitely.
That's objectively true. Whether or not we fucked, it doesn't really matter.
It just sounds more and more like we did.
Yeah. No, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. We went to VidCon last year, back when video conventions were a fucking thing. I think they're a thing in the past now, RIP. But I was about to say hooked up, which is a big no-no.
Yeah,
we met up at...
It's just getting progressively worse.
We met up at the same Airbnb with a handful of other blokes, and bloquettes, and yeah, we just we enjoyed the California sunshine, which isn't a cliche. It was just like really good fucking weather the entire time we were there.
Yeah, it really was.
Is there anything that sticks out in your mind from fucking con that we can like talk about without directly referencing anyone? I know that's like a tall order, but
I just remember people downing hot dogs, bro, at that one party.
fuck me. That was disgusting.
It was. That's why I sat down. I was like, I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah, you and I were vibing on the other side of the house that we were at, and like it was a cool ass party, all things considered. Like I was like a kid in a candy store because I'd never like been around anyone like that high on the fucking pecking order of YouTube clout or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Yeah.
A bunch of shit that I don't actually care about. Going into that shit for the first time, it kind of gives you a buzz. So I was having that buzz, but even that buzz wasn't enough to like quell the absolute disgust I felt watching people down hot dogs by the half dozen.
Yeah, that was fucking gross, dude.
I totally repressed that. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, no problem. I'll find the video for you.
Yeah, it was a video. Someone shot it. I think it ended up on multiple people's channels, and I just remember repressing it out of my mind, and then it kept showing up on Twitter. I'm like, God damn it. I want to forget this part of my life.
I wish I was in the background. I should have went and watched. My name's Cold, if you see this.
John 3:14.
Why'd he get all biblical? Just seeing people down a bunch of hot dogs, and then that just like in the background. It's like, yeah, they need God, to be honest.
That would actually make it even more upsetting, because at that point it just seems like some ritualistic cult shit. Oh boy.
That'd be sick, dude.
That happened. There's a very slim chance that anyone who saw that happen before them will even listen to this. But hey, if you were there, consider us like your Vietnam War buddies. Like, not everyone will get what you saw, but we will. So hit us up, and we can talk this shit out and try to salvage what we left behind.
A therapy sesh.
How long have you been like in media stuff?
I don't know. Like, does Photoshop count as like media? Or are you strictly talking like...
I mean, we can get to like video editing specifically and like what we're doing as of recent, but I'm curious like what got you hooked on just like making shit.
Basically, throughout my years in college, I like to do this thing where I don't schedule my classes until like a week before you're supposed to start them.
Nice.
So the only electives that were available were motion graphics and some other shit, and I was like, I definitely don't want to do that other option, so I'll try motion graphics. I'd never used, Illustrator, or After Effects or Premiere at all, so I was like, this would be cool to learn.
So you just kind of happened upon it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's cool, actually.
Actually, yeah, that was probably the greatest decision of my life, which is funny, like, not doing what you're supposed to do for college ended up being the greatest thing that happened for me, because my professor in that class was one of the, like, I want to say VP of like creative design or some shit like that at Nickelodeon, essentially.
Wow.
And he was the one that asked me if I wanted to intern, and I think he asked me because the original person he wanted to ask wasn't in class that day. So he just asked me, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'm down. And then ever since then, it's been like 5 years since I've been working at Viacom.
That's so crazy how that works.
Yeah, dude.
Good fortune. Let us feel blessed, for we are all of the same stardust and headed towards the same destiny. Anyway, enough of what's on my insides. I kind of happened upon my professional career as well. Like, I had been into like movies and filmmaking and shit since like elementary school, so I more or less knew pretty early on that's what I wanted to do. It was just a matter of, all right, how am I gonna like grab it and like apply that interest to something that could make me money. So like for a few years I did like odd jobs. I had a Fiverr that I did for a few years before I dipped on that, because
Nice.
Self-employment's like really fucking hard starting out, especially when you're really up your own ass about self-teaching and shit like I was.
Yeah.
For every little thing I taught myself about, editing videos, shooting stuff, finalizing audio, there was like a whole slew of business-related knowledge that I wasn't picking up. So I can't haggle. I can't set up like a budget that I'm comfortable with. Like I just kind of spitball it with each project I do.
Honestly, same.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people in our boat are just kind of wired that way. You just got to make sure you put in enough time that you're not, where'd all my money go?
Essentially, yeah.
I didn't start making like real money until I got my summer gig at a music venue. And the only reason I got that was because one of my best friends from high school had a brother-in-law who happened to work there in their video department. And then he was like, hey, we have some stuff that needs doing here. It's a little hard to do by myself. What do you think of a paid internship? And I've been there, shit, this would have been my 4th or 5th year. I think I started in 2016.
Nice.
So this would have been my 4th year.
It's crazy because I feel like if I never got my internship,
Yeah.
I'd probably be fucked for a job.
No, right? It was completely by accident for both of us. That's really fucking funny. So, you know, on that note, it's just good. It's good that there's enough people in the world looking out for others that, you know, that kind of shit just kind of ends up working. So, thank fuck. I like not being face down in a gutter with
Absolutely, yeah.
bourbon in a paper bag.
Considered a starving artist.
Yeah, man, I was ahead of my time, and, you know, Van Gogh was ahead of his time. I haven't cut my ear off because I'm a pussy, but people will remember me someday for something.
Dude, you can't just cut off your ear. You gotta step it up a notch. Van Gogh already did it. Cut off an arm, dude.
Nice dick, dude.
I know, thanks.
Nice disembodied, no longer attached to you dick, dude. Do you want an ambulance?
No.
No, it's my art.
Puts it on a pedestal. Admiring it before you pass out from blood loss.
Low key, that would probably land someone a career if they, well, I was gonna say had the balls, but in all likelihood it fell out after you made the incision.
Yeah. Jesus.
At the time you had the balls to do it until you didn't anymore.
He still has them if he kept them. It's just not attached to him.
If he did a good enough job separating the dick from his body. Wow, this is...
Jesus.
This is like a roadmap that fell behind a fucking truck stop booth. So a bunch of like shit and food got stuck to it, and then you remove it years and years later, and it's like covered in garbage, and you can't even tell what the map was to anymore. And that's the energy I strive for with my creative endeavors.
I don't think it was even a map. Honestly, the way we started this, it was probably just a big piece of paper with like scribbles that resembled shapes of islands. And then we just left it there.
And at the top it said plan in all caps, and the L was backwards.
We had the structure. It was nothing there.
It was the content in the form that was missing.
Yeah.
Maps. Not
okay.
those kind. Those are bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, maps.
We just got to keep digging the hole deeper and deeper so that we'll have found our bottom and we'll know where we don't want to go by the time we record the next one, which could take years just to deal with the psychological damage we do to ourselves with this first episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, media, we're idiots. We happened upon our jobs, and by the same token, we happened upon what made us meet each other. That being, I think his name's Premick. He does like unboxings of cereal.
Yeah.
I don't remember who we worked for that we met.
Trying to think. He had an English accent.
Oh, like
Was it James Marriott?
it could the hotel guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe that's why we worked for him, because it was a hotel chain?
No, not Marriott. It was Hilton. I think it was Perez Hilton. I think we cut our teeth on Perez Hilton's channel, who was at his peak when we were in middle school, of course. So, new canon, we met in middle school, and yeah, memes aside, I can't remember who the fuck we work for. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's probably someone important.
Yeah. He's probably got at least like 20 subs. Like that's
Yeah.
that's like big brain stats.
Yeah, no,
20
like
subs.
he's a good dude. That's why I felt bad and like was like, yeah, I'll help, grow your channel. It's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we actually met up IRL before the con thing, and yeah, he didn't have an editor yet, which isn't to say like he didn't have people editing for him. Like he did, but like they worked remotely, kind of like what you and I do, presumably.
Yeah.
But like he had a monitor, and it wasn't even like a modern monitor. It was like one of those old Apple computers that looked like a fucking toaster.
This man, he had the first ever Mac.
Yeah. And it wasn't even hooked up to anything, and he had like a bar of soap because he thought it was a mouse.
So it was just off the whole time?
Yeah, like I didn't really have the heart or the know-how of explaining to him how that's not how videos are edited. So I just kind of went behind his back and did something for him. He was like, "You do this again."
Yeah, I mean, smart lad, but his technology is just beyond him, to be honest.
Yeah. He's quite the gamer, and not to say he like plays video games, but he's like a gay mer. A mer being, as I pull through my Rolodex of words in my head that I already know.
Still has a Rolodex in 2020.
A mer.
How far behind is your brain right
Primary care conferences.
now?
No,
Oh,
what mer
Nooski,
mean?
grab the Rolodex.
Management expense ratio. So he's that, but gay.
Wait. You really reached for that one. Like, really far. You even
I should have stretched beforehand.
back in time to Rolodexes, dude.
Well, I'm in the 18th century or whatever the fuck you said earlier.
That makes sense.
Nah, but fuck Tro. He never feeds us.
Yeah, no. He just puts people in the basement. I retired. I was going to keep my W's and say, yes, retire a champ.
You were accumulating dubs in the basement group chat?
Like, Dubs the editor?
No, so I learned this week because people kept saying it. I'm like, what the fuck is a dub? It's short for W, like
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
So people will just say dub now, or like pluralize it. But the problem is there's so many goddamn dubs on the internet that it gets even more confusing.
Well, yeah, because then there's like, it's a dub, as in like, it's boring or it's lame. Then there's dub, which is like a W for winning. There's only two. Like, how many other versions have you ran across?
iDubs, anime dubs.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, just like any dub of any like film or animation.
Did you at least try to narrow down which word it was?
Dub is a musical genre as well that dates back to like the 60s or 70s.
Then there's dubstep.
Correct. Yeah. See, you see my fucking problem.
Yeah, but no one's gonna say dub to refer to dubstep unless it's like, what music do you like?
Yeah, but okay. Anyway, dubs. You were collecting W's in the basement.
Yeah.
Well, W's could also mean $1.
What? No, it can't.
A W. Throw out a W to my homies.
I don't think anyone's ever used that like that.
No, I heard Drew Carey say it on a Whose Line Is It Anyway blooper. I know it happened, I just don't know when you say it.
Are you sure the blooper wasn't him saying that instead of like money?
No, he was well, fuck.
Oh, dubs. I
Dubs?
think I know what you're talking about, yeah. I got it. The dub
Yeah?
is $20. That I remember.
Is
Right.
it?
Yeah.
Why is
that's
it 20?
Because it's, I guess, 2 10s, so it's a double.
I get, yeah, but like, oh, that's weird. I hate Zoomer speak. I want to go back.
Well, it's also used for like drug terms.
Oh, so this is just like
It's
second
like
language
A
too.
dub is $20 worth of anything.
Okay, kind of like how a nickel is 5 years in prison.
What?
Well, you know drugs, I know prison because I've been on the inside.
A nickel? Oh, so that's a term for prison?
Yeah. And I don't even know it because I'm like street smart. I know it because John Mulaney used it in a fucking stand-up special. The whitest person on the planet.
I like how you said I know it because I'm from the inside the first time. And now you're like, no, I don't know anything.
I'll fess up to my bullshit about halfway through a lot
You
of the
didn't
time.
even try to defend it.
You gotta keep up. My tempo and pace is gonna like change on a fucking dime, which doesn't refer to 10 years. It refers to who turns on dimes. Where did that come from? Who's driving around so fast that it like matters that you made a really sharp turn, and why is that a dime?
Yeah, it's not really a circle.
No, it's like a 90-degree angle being most generously, because you know you're gonna fuck that up a little bit at least.
Just do it and flip over 1,000 times.
Yeah, just crash into an orphanage.
Sick. It's not who's gonna miss them. No, I'm kidding.
Damn!
Shout out to all my orphan homies.
Yeah, shout out to all of our no mothers. Well, that's not true. Everyone has a mother. I guess everyone has a father. It's just a matter of whether or not they're around after.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, is anyone ever an orphan? We're asking the hard philosophical questions on the pilot, which, to remind everyone at home, is not the guy who sentenced Jesus to death, but it is a trial run at a thing.
This isn't about airplanes?
I'm curious of a couple of things. How much of this to cut out, but also who's going to be doing the cutting. It's very likely that I could end up editing this just because I'm sad and am not working on anything on my own fucking accord or channel. I'm into the idea of delegating this to someone else just so I could like verbally abuse them and tell them, hey, stupid bitch, cut this part out. Frankly, it would be nice to be on the giving end of that for a change because, you know, like I said, I've been into like media and filmmaking, so I've like made some shit with friends. And when I give certain people the mic duty, they'll lean over to the fucking microphone when we're not like filming the scene and be like, hey, Nooski, you're gay. Hey, buddy.
That's something I would do.
I just want you to know that I think you're the reason that World War II even happened.
Like, damn, dude, that's deep.
It's not like I can fucking argue with them because it's in the past.
Maybe they were fighting because of you.
Yeah, maybe. It definitely makes me question myself because how much do I remember before my birth, you know? Like anything could have happened. I could have been in like another life just living a totally different id and personality. And
They
I
were
could have been
actually
totally,
fighting to have you born. That's why.
like Terminator,
Yeah.
exactly like John Connor. Am I the savior the world didn't ask for or need?
I hope not.
If so, we're fucked. We're all screwed. I give us a decade max.
You'll like have a good run for a little bit, and then the one minor inconvenience comes, and you're like, "All right, guys, it's a good fight."
Guys, we tried, but I didn't expect chihuahuas and hats. Like that was a curveball that I don't think any of us saw coming. So
It's like, yeah, you got a point.
yeah, what idiots were even following me?
It's like, you know what, guys, just pack your bags.
Look, fellas, we had a good run. We did that Charge of the Light Brigade cosplay where none of us actually read the history books and know who the Light Brigade is, but we just covered ourselves in flashlights and ran out into the field of battle with them on, hoping that it would blind our enemies, and we got mowed down. And in hindsight, after we read about the Light Brigade, it was a suicide mission, so it was kind of poetic in what happened. The one unacceptable part that happened was someone misread the battle plan and covered themselves in fleshlights. So rather than getting like fucking domed by a sniper rifle like our comrades did, the enemy just came out and just started fucking the flashlight.
At first, I was gonna say instead the bullets bounced off of them because of the flashlights, but you took it a whole different direction.
I hope that they're treating them well as prisoners of war.
It's super efficient because there's so many that like you don't really need that many people to fulfill a dozen people.
No,
'Cause there's just like 100 flashlights attached to them.
look, man, we all have an internet connection. We know the kinds of videos that are out there. You can distract like so many dudes with just one person.
Now attach multiple flashlights to them at the same
Yeah.
time, and it's
For each
just
additional orifice, that's like at least 3 other dudes.
3 to 1 for the flashlights.
Yeah.
That's the ratio.
Look, the human body is capable of all sorts of things that you don't even know are possible until you see it on screen.
See, we resolved that issue, but
And it is a hard pressing issue.
now now it comes to where like you obviously need lube for that many people, for that many fleshlights. So that's where the costs come in.
Yeah, you want to pre-lube your battle fleshlight so that the dude who's like trying to ream your arm isn't like turned off halfway through. It's like, oh yeah, I need to fight this fucking war and kill this guy.
When we say it's 3-to-1 ratio, are all three going at the one at once?
No.
Because I was gonna say you're gonna have to get more.
I'm just saying, like, sociologically speaking, if the opportunity is there, a queue of anywhere between like 3 to 5 guys per hole.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah, like it's just basic human nature. If you've done as much research and study as I have.
Oh, I believe it. Oh,
yeah. I take this shit very seriously. I'm a man of science at the end of the day.
Now we have to discuss hygiene habits.
Do we?
How are these fleshlights going to be cleaned? Because there's gonna be buildup.
No, there's going to be buildup, but like that's part of the battle strategy because this is a war scenario.
Oh, okay.
You want to distract the enemy, but you also want to make the enemy sick. Because as history has shown, if you want to take out a large population, you present them with very friendly, inviting auras and energies and offerings, and then it turns out, measles.
That was least expected to be the disease of choice that you would use to reference for that specific scenario.
No. All these people saying that we killed off the natives with blankets. It was actually fleshlights made out of gourds.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm glad you see it now. With the missing pieces, it truly. Oh God, we need to switch topics. I'm learning things about myself that I didn't know and didn't want to know.
You have me sold. I will fund this project.
Yeah, thanks, Elon.
Imagine he's just there with like a blunt in his hand, just like nodding, like I like this.
Yeah, I can sink a couple million into this. It doesn't even matter if it's successful. It'll just be fun to watch. For my fucking spaceship shaped like a fleshlight.
I just pictured like the spaceship like made of a fleshlight just getting launched, right? And then like one of the rockets stopped working midway, so it's just in orbit around the Earth. So what they do is they send a regular rocket.
Oh no! They try to retrieve it.
So they just fly it straight through the center.
Houston, Operation Pop the Cherry is a go.
Bring her home, boys.
Dun, dun,
Nah, fuck it.
dun.
Just play Rocket Man as it's getting ready to launch.
Holy fuck! They have Elton John himself on the ship.
Yeah, he's actually the one that was sent on the mission.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
And it's just a bunch of cinematic slow motion like captures of the rocket.
We put more money into the production of the project than the actual ship because there's a big fuck off hole in the middle, so not as much needed to be used.
It's not even gonna be useful in space because it's actually just all made of silicone.
Oh no!
They just attached rockets to the side.
Like they prioritize the authentic fucking fleshlight experience over a functional rocket ship. Oh man, what a bunch of idiots. That's actually a good catch-all fucking slogan for what's gonna be coming out of our mouths in all likelihood when we do these. Because God knows, like the only reason I said, hey, let's hop on and record some shit is because usually when we do end up doing that, like we'll just mouth off some awful nonsense and just kind of wish that, well, that's gone like a fart in the wind and now like we can never experience it again.
Unless we make images like who's that Pokemon?
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
Gucci
yeah.
Cow, dude.
Yeah, flash that ugly motherfucker on screen for a second. There we go. Boop. Yeah, like 1 minute you're just like you're having a wholesome conversation about Twilight, and then you remember that there's a fugly ass baby deleted scene.
I can't believe that's real. And they actually was like, instead of getting a real baby, like let's use this weird robot.
I just call this a hunch. I honestly don't think it's that much more expensive to get a real baby actor than to create a Smeagol-fied fucking monstrosity in your creature shop. That's just my take on it, though.
They're just like, sorry, director, we're out of babies.
As anyone will tell you, there's a huge baby shortage on planet Earth. We need to improvise.
Yeah, you don't even need a professional baby.
Yeah, what is that, first of all? What the fuck is a professional baby?
They have babies with acting careers.
They call him Goo Goo Brando. Yeah, fuck off. It's a baby.
You could literally ask one of your employees as a child, like, yo, can you bring that to work?
You mean my son? Yeah, that fucking thing.
Yeah, the thing that makes noise and eats.
Yeah, and sometimes the eat comes back up.
Yeah. I don't know why the fuck you bought that, but I need it for the...
Beer just came out my nose.
It's like, I need it for this thing, dude.
Yeah, what a worthwhile investment, Carl. Ah, God, fucking Carl, always buying his fucking weird-ass modern furniture and his fucking weird coffee table books with, like, penises on it. Fuck you, Carl, and your hobbies.
Yeah, fuck you, Carl. And then that director actually has a child, but he still doesn't know how to raise one, so he just keeps it on a leash like it's a puppy.
It's like, yeah, the strangest thing just showed up at our doorstep. Oh, you're doing like that stork meme, right? A stork's a bird. I don't know what that is.
It's just like, sir, you're dragging your baby.
Well, he needs to fucking learn that I'm not gonna stop for him.
It builds character.
Oh, hold on, it's shit again. Why don't you put a diaper on it? A what? A diaper? It's like a disposable piece of underwear. Wait, so you just like, it just shits into the little bag, and then I have to clean that up? Just get away from me, you fucking freak.
Yeah, it's so much easier to let it just fall, dude.
Then there's minimal mess. There's no, like, smearing. He, like, totally dismantles the logistics of the diaper industry because he doesn't know what a baby is.
He actually gets them shut down because people are like, you know what? That is actually way easier.
So you just have this newfound nationwide phenomenon where people are walking their babies around on leashes, and it's all because this one fucking idiot didn't know the difference between a dog and a baby.
But it gets bad for Earth because everyone's just letting their babies shit all over the place. It's obviously not sanitary.
To quote The Simpsons in their fucking Prohibition parody episode, alligators seem like good pets, but eventually they grow up. Because if you have a whole generation of babies shitting on the ground, like, that's gonna go south the older they get, yeah?
Oh yeah, true, because they never end up learning anything.
See, what's really upsetting is that the generation before this obviously knew that you're supposed to... Oh, man.
It's just going backwards.
This is literal degenerative behavior. Some people, it's like, fucking furries, or the gays. That's degenerative behavior. No, I think just forgetting what diapers and clothes are
and what they were made for
with each passing generation.
Yeah, actually, because someone invented the toilet, and they were like, there's a reason behind that.
Holy shit. Yeah, holy shit.
Nice.
Yeah, nice dick, dude.
Nice dick, dude.
It all comes back to the nice dick, dude, because...
The funniest thing to me is that the place where this originated, the people won't know it's even being used here, because they'll never come across this.
Sure they will. I'm sure you'll blast this to everyone in your life system and not just tuck it
absolutely.
away into the nether regions of your online presence to make sure that the wrong people don't find it.
Next day, just got fired, open for commissions.
It would really warm my heart if my grandmother and my entire really humbly minded portion of the family just stumbled across
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think they would be proud of how innovative your fleshlight armor and tactic is.
You think so? You think
Yeah, they should.
that would speak to their inner entrepreneur?
Exactly.
It's like, hey, Dylan, it's your fuck off rich cousin that you didn't know you had. Listen, I heard your podcast and fucking genius, man, visionary. We're gonna start going into production tomorrow, and I just want to make sure you get your stake in the company.
I just heard, like, I know you were gonna say episode instead of like podcast or whatever, but when you said I heard your ep, I was like, I heard your Epstein. I was like, whoa, dude, that's a crazy twist. Your cousin thinks you're Epstein, bro.
And rather than going, holy shit, that pedophile zombie is back from the dead, he said,
I want to invest.
He is my fucking senpai. He is my holy martyr of business practices.
It's like, I don't give a fuck what you do on your free time.
Even if it's dying in prison.
I just want to make money.
I don't kink shame. Oh yeah, I love that kink of dying ambiguously while incarceration.
Heard he's dead, but keeps calling. Like, why haven't you picked up? These are urgent matters.
I wonder what part of the podcast that he would have listened to that he would have thought, oh my god, he's Epstein. Probably the diaper part. Who knows?
That's true. How would he even come to that conclusion? It's just a random thought.
Look, I'm basic. I didn't know much about him till the meme surfaced. You know?
Yeah, same. And then like everything followed after that.
Yeah, like slightly before dying in prison, I might have like heard whispers. It's like, oh yeah, he got accused of stuff. I'm like, oh, that's fucking wild. Too bad I don't know who he is. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's
bad.
This is really bad. No, but speaking of ideal candidates for positions of power, I vote for the baby from Twilight. I don't know what else to tell you. I think she grew up and did some really great things. She's doing some good work out there.
I don't know. I don't believe in her policies, mainly because she's a baby. Second,
well, that hasn't stopped us before.
she's artificial intelligence, and I don't want to judge a book by its cover, but judging by the cover, I think that artificial intelligence might be like missing artificial chromosomes.
All right, hear me out. It might not be super appropriate given that we're talking about a baby. Ron Jeremy had a career. And if that doesn't tell you that not all books should be judged by their cover, I don't know what it is.
I feel that.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
I think we were talking about presidents.
Right.
I'm still trying to catch up. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm not voting. No.
It's a little late now.
Now, imagine I just get up. You know what? I think it's time I make a change. What do you mean the polls are closed?
It's been 3 months, dude.
What do you mean I'm supposed to mail it in?
What do you mean I have to put on pants?
I thought this was America.
What do you mean I have to shit in a bowl with water in it?
What? We need to have... Take a seat. Yeah. We need to talk. Who did this to you?
Who hurt you? All right, this little dialogue we're having right now, it's indicative of two realities. One, the guy who dreamed the world we built, where everyone was just shitting on the floor, woke up, and he had been so conditioned by his fucking mushroom fever dream life that he lived all the way through that he can't shit any other way. Or because humanity is what it is, and even in the most like heinous and desperate of times, it bounces back in the end. We decide, you know what? I'm through shitting on the floor. There needs to be a change. We need to start like doing this a different way.
They forget their ways, and like when they see a toilet, they're confused at what it is. They're like, "What is this relic?"
It's like the fucking monolith from 2001.
They start praising it once they start figuring out what it's made for.
Where do they find this? Is it just like in a fucking random ass stall that didn't get demolished all the way?
What happens is, because of all the shit everywhere, basically it refertilized the earth, so there was foliage on all the buildings.
It's like Legend of Korra when nature starts rebuilding itself.
Yeah, basically, and they stumbled across like an old like 7-Eleven or some shit. And they just find the toilet. They're like, "What is this? This is magnificent."
Yeah. Within one single exhibition, they come across a toilet, a Slurpee machine, a pack of cigarettes, and Hustler. all the cornerstones of modernity.
Little did they know that would change their life forever.
Until some stupid idiot doo-doo was like, I don't think this is a baby. I don't know what a baby is.
That's the reason why in like the future there's a baby shortage. Because they just don't know.
And they don't even like classify it as like a population crisis. It's just like, where'd all the fucking babies go?
Yeah, right? They exist, but they forgot what they were.
I used to see those shits everywhere. Now they're just like fucking nowhere.
Like dinosaurs, dude. It just disappeared. It's like the last airbender, bro.
Dude, I drew a fucking Aang arrow on this baby because he was already bald. And then I threw him into the river and I thought he could swim back. He didn't.
Dude, well, maybe it's a witch because babies can swim. They spend their life in like water.
Oh, true. They just float there. I've seen cartoons.
Yeah, so that brings back the whole witch hunting thing now. Oh, wait, your baby can't swim?
Burn that bitch.
Sir, that baby's not alive. Well, why not? You dragged it here on a leash.
Yeah, you went on a cross-country road trip?
You were
and
riding
forgot-
horseback.
Yeah, you didn't do a car. You were like riding on horseback, and you're like, oh, he'll keep up. He's a good steed.
Which we told you to use the car, because it's not like it doesn't fucking exist. We have the wheel. We found the relics.
I want to save the ozone layer, and you're here lecturing me about putting pollutants into the air.
Alright, fair enough. You got that. I respect your means of travel.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck that baby. I may not agree with your means of transportation, but I will kill 10 babies to defend your right to travel that way.
So in the future, they thought they were being smart by creating seatbelt harnesses for babies on horses.
Yeah.
But what they did was they just tied babies to like the hind legs. So it's like they're safe, but they're gonna be rattled up by the time that trip's over.
Rattled. Good punetry, my dude. Good quality one. Let's just acknowledge that I know I had like that little passage of like humanity bouncing back. Yeah, these people don't deserve to succeed at procreating. I'm a little confused how they've already like nuked all of civilization 3 times, but continue to like live in this cycle.
The thing is, they don't even know what's happening when they're pregnant, because they don't know what babies are. It's like, yo, what the fuck did you eat?
Honey, why are you so fucking morbidly obese right now? But only specifically in your stomach, like the rest of you's fine.
They call it a disease because it makes people break up with each other because they're just shallow.
Dude, that was such a gnarly shit my wife took the other day.
Had arms and legs. But she lost all her weight.
Oh my god, we need... Oh, fuck. How long is it? All right, nearly an hour. I suggest we spend the next 10 minutes just trying to salvage all of this. So what we're... Oh, God. Like, this is what I wanted to happen. I'm still upset at both of us.
Oh my god.
We live ambitious and fruitful lives, we swear. It's just... We're coming up on nearly a year of fucking quarantine.
Yeah.
And that does things to a brain.
Absolutely, dude.
What have you done to stay sane?
Anything creative. I'll work on videos when I feel like it for my channel. I'll help out this gaming server that I'm a part of with like making clothing for it and stuff, which is chill. And then music.
Oh yeah, I know music.
Yep. And that's basically it.
You know, as much as I loathe my inability to do a lot of things, I'm at least grateful that when I have the energy for it, I can just like sit down and then magically 3 days later, there's like a video or something else done. Like that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
It has not been that kind of week. This is the most creative thing I've done in like 6 days.
Dude, I've been like bored. I'm like, I got nothing to do. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to finish a song or something.
Yeah.
Cause me personally, I can't sit and do nothing. That drives me crazy. I have to like try to learn something or finish something or create something.
And that should be encouraged of most people, because goddamn, like I can't imagine not at least having like knitting or fishing or painting like at minimal.
Yeah.
The still hands are the devil's. I'm not smart. I don't know sayings. I just know pieces of them.
It's okay. Neither am I.
Still hands. Some like I don't know. Satan it has a hand thing. It's weird. He, like,
Satan bad. Ah, yes.
Yeah, Satan's very bad.
And if you're bored, God hates you. I think that's what that means.
Yeah. That's why Satan is a fallen angel, because God was like, they're bored, go help them. And then Satan did, and then God was like, not like that though. Fuck, what'd you? What?
True story is that they don't want to let you know is that he just fell from a cloud, and Jesus was like, bro, I don't want to bring him back up, so he just left him.
Oh man, Jesus sounds a lot like Blunderly, whoever that is.
I'm not getting him, dude. He's got to say, what are we gonna tell people? He's bad. I don't know.
What are we?
It's a bad look on you. It's like, dude, I'm not getting him. I have to make humans and all this shit.
And then Jesus finally goes down to earth. And I do believe there is like a part right before the Passion where he does talk to Satan a little bit. It's like, well, look who decided to come visit after all this fucking time. You might have thought I fell pretty far, like to the point where I couldn't hear the really hurtful shit you were saying. What's that you said when, I did the thing? You didn't feel like bringing me back in? It's kind of weak, bro. Little weak sauce. What do you have to say for yourself?
Hey, bro, if you were me, you totally understand. Like, you see how high up we are, right?
Oh, yeah, height. Well, I hope you like heights, because tomorrow is going to be a bitch for you.
Listen, dude, you're just upset because you drank too much, fell off a cloud. It's not my fault, bro.
I drank too much. You're the one who came back, took perfectly drinkable water, and turned it into something that dehydrates people, and then in a drunken fucking stupor, you scream to the heavens, "This is my blood! This is my blood!"
First of all, it's a dope-ass party trick. Second, dude, I'm not a lightweight. You got off of, sorry, I'm drunk right now, actually. Dude, you were hitting mics, dude, and you fell. How do you get drunk off lemonade? That's why your nickname's Lucy. You're a pussy, dude.
All right, Jesus. All right. It was good talking to you, bro.
That's why me and the bros didn't even try to get you, dude.
I hope you enjoy your fucking cringe-ass frat.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm about to fucking do a keg stand while turning that bitch into wine.
The next day, bring the prisoner before me. My name is Pontius Pilate. Not the flying device that hasn't been invented yet. And not the studio jargon for something that's a...
He's speaking in tongues!
I don't know why he's British.
He doesn't even belong here. It's like a scene of Mean Girls. Like, he doesn't even go here. Get an extra cross.
They just crucify Pilate along with Jesus and the prisoners. I just feel like I had a script and I just completely forgot it as I was saying it. As if I was making some meta reference to an earlier portion of the pilot. Which I need to stress again is not an aeroplane.
Yeah, nice dick, dude.
My only hope is I can convince someone to just tunify that little Jesus bit, because that shit was lit. That shit was actual literature.
Dude, that'd be funny. That and the Keemstar thing just needs to be made.
Oh. That's the story for another day. Dude. Anyway, this was a fun way to kill an hour. I appreciate you hopping on here when I was just like, eh. That was the message I sent him. Any closing words? Any nuggets of ambition for what we could potentially do with this? Should this ever get edited? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's too much pressure.
No. Okay.
You start.
I think we should grab some homies, some other monochromie homies, and I can already think of one that would be fun. Because he does voices really well.
Oh yeah.
There's another one who's kind of a twink, but he denies it sometimes, but then he embraces it at other times. He's a horny dude. He doesn't have an active libido. He just you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying. Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, community circle jerk. But there's also a third guy, and this might be a long shot, but I think it would be really cool. Really, 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 really fucking cool. If we could get Rooster on here. I'm not even gonna disguise him. I think we should have Rooster on here.
I don't even think it would be difficult to get Rooster.
No, I don't. That's yeah. I think he'd be pretty into it because him and I shared a bunk when we were vibing at the Airbnb.
And he would talk to himself.
This is the part where we slowly introduce chill music to see us out, and we do some really quirky backstage talk to kind of ease us into oblivion of episode finale. Yeah, so the body is buried and hidden out in the woods.
Oh, sick.
And
yeah.
that motherfucker, he's not gonna diss your J's ever again.
Oh yeah, I know, because I fucking cut off his head.
Nice dick, dude.
Thanks, bro. But that dude, nice dick, dude.